So, ma'am, thank you for joining us. So, we
Thank
have Dr.
you for
Priyanka
asking me
Bhattakur
to
with us.
join.
Okay, great. So, before we begin, the description of Dr. Priyanka Bhattakur, guys, is already down below. You need to understand one thing. Dr. Priyanka Bhattakur responded to me back in 2018 when I first asked her what is MBA in HHMS, and with this podcast, she's the first person to respond. So I think people do not change, their attitudes do not change, they just grow in life, and that's the main concept for this podcast. So, ma'am, the first question I want to ask you is very simple. It's volatile, but it's very simple. So, when we enter the first day in our first semester, the first thing that comes in our mind
Okay.
is, I am here because for the job. And maybe people
Hmm.
are having a certain amount of money that this is the package that I should have, or I should get, or I should deserve. And, as the days pass by and, the semesters pass by, that number starts to vary. So, ma'am, what do you
Mhm.
think should be the attitude for the aspirants who are going to go now or who are already there in MBA in terms of the job and the packages?
Well, frankly speaking, I was not there for the package or anything. I was there because for me, videos kind of I'm getting bored at the end of the my. So I thought, no, I'm not for this. I can't sit the whole day on a chair and do the things in someone's mouth. So then I thought, what option I have? Then randomly I decided, okay, just I will go for MBA. As I guided you, one of our professor, he guided me. He was doing MBA from IHMR Jaipur, the place where I went. Then just randomly I did it. Then I was like, I want a job 9 to 5, where I can shift anywhere in the country or go to foreign. So I decided for this field. And now coming to your question about the package. Well, most of the aspirants are like, now we will crack and we will do a very good package job and like that. But on ground level, when you came, the reality is not like that, because here also saturation is coming. Many, especially the BDS and all the others are doing MBS nowadays. So there's lots of saturation. So you can't expect a package, Lala package on the first go. You have to be very sincere and do all the things you require to gain a good job. And you can't put your expectation on that top.
So, ma'am, we all know that our hearts break in terms of packages and in terms of expectations because we set it. So, did your heart break when you got your first pay check or your first offer letter? Or if yes, then how did you deal with it?
No, on the first, I was prepared before. On the first year, end of the first year and the starting of my second year, I was prepared that the package, I will try to do my best, but I can't expect that much, because there are lots of people doing MBA nowadays in healthcare sector, and the hospitals are that much only. So you can't expect that much packages. So yeah, on the first go, I was happy actually. I wanted a job and I did it, and I got first. My campus placement was done in Wockhardt. I got in Wockhardt, but I didn't join there because I came to my sister place in Delhi for vacation. Then got to know there was a interview going on for Medanta. Then randomly I just went there and did my interview after the party in the morning. So I got there. Then the package was better than the work hard, and the position was better than, yeah. So I'm in now Medanta.
So, ma'am, what has been your attitude all this while, right from day one till you decided, till you got an offer letter from Wockhardt, but shipped it to Medanta, and of course the party. So, what has been your attitude all this while? Like, how was it positive? Was it negative? Like, for the aspirants that there are, what should be the attitude, and what was your attitude?
During the preparation, yeah, you get nervous all the time, right? What will happen? Where will I go after doing all this? after spending so much of money in the course, and most of them we are from medical background, so we already have spent lots of money in medical, right? So there was a burden. Yeah, we have to be in a good place. But meanwhile, I was like, "Ki, whatever happens, I will just going to enjoy it." And yeah, there was a fear, anxiety. It's natural. You will have it. So it's really natural. So, when I got in work hard, I was selected for another hospital in Jaipur. I won't mention the name, Jaipur. So during the interview in work hard, I was like, chill. Okay, I have one offer letter from different hospitals. So yeah, that was my attitude. So okay, I will talk whatever I know. I will be calm. So I did my interview like that, and then I got in work hard. When I did my interview in Medanta, and that time also I was like, okay, I already have an offer letter from work hard, going to join there. So yeah.
So ma'am, so you are saying that package and all, yes, it's important, but it should not affect our attitude or our mental peace, right? We should be normal about it.
Normal about it, because when you're going for interview, if you're thinking randomly about only the package, am I going to make it or not, then the interview won't go good for sure. So it's my suggestion, whenever you go for interview, all the anxiety, all the fear, whatever you're having, whenever you enter the door, please वो बाहर ही छोड़ दो. You can't be that much tensed during the interview, because tension mein fir you can't speak your heart out or your mind, whatever knowledge you have. So yeah, you need to be calm.
Right. So ma'am, what about the peer pressure like we have? Like, okay, he got a 7 lakh LPA, no? 7 lakh ka package. And what about me? And I heard that somebody got 8 lakh ka package, but now it's pandemic. So ma'am, what actually, did you face any such peer pressure at your time?
Yeah, actually, yes. My many close friends got a higher package than me. Many of them didn't got I earned a higher package. So there was a pressure, but as I said, you have to be calm, because maybe after 2-3 years they will be on the same position or same, and you work really hard and you go higher than them. So it's all destination, everybody journey is different.
Right. So so basically we do not need, like, it's more like being immune to what people are saying and being true to what actually we are here for. So ma'am, any suggestions for the aspirants who are in the final semester during pandemic situation? Because pandemic has become an excuse for most corporates to offer less. So what shall be your suggestions or guidance to those individuals who are listening to this podcast?
So I'm going to ask, all the placements are going right now?
Yeah, mostly. Yeah. For us, it is going on yet. Yeah.
And they have the reason to pay less now.
Yes. Much less.
Okay,
much less.
that's what I am also facing, because it's been 2 years and there's no increment till now.
We are on the same page now. I'm glad about it.
Yeah, we are being in a pandemic, but I know how much money they are making from this also. But yeah, I will just say we have no option right now. Just do your best and grab a job, and grab the one which you like. Just like I was very clear, I want to go for hospital. So I was not trying for Deloitte and all at all. I was very clear, I want to go for hospital. So I didn't went for interviews for NGOs or the other companies. So I restricted myself for the hospital because I like to be in hospital. So yeah, do the best where you are. At the end of the day, I'm doing from last 2 years. Money is very important, but the mental peace is also important. So if you don't like your job, you can't go every day to do it.
Right. It's
Whatever
like,
money you are
yeah.
getting.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you, ma'am. Like in our final sem, we get healthcare IT, healthcare pharma, healthcare insurance as elective subject. So you mean to say we need to be focused, right? At least from not, if not from first sem, at least from second or third sem, that where I want to work in, either in healthcare IT or hospitals, right? And you mean
It's
to say there
better
should
to be
be, yeah.
clear.
Okay. So we should not switch our like our domains. We should stick to that particular domain, like you
No,
are doing.
you can explore even if you think that I want to go for suppose healthcare insurance companies, but after joining that you realize no, I'm not for this one. So that can happen. It's on luck also, but if it is clear from the start, it is better for you. Like I was clear that I want to go for hospital, and now I'm serving at hospital. There's many time I get frustrated for many of the reasons because I see that I'm a manager for ICUs. I handle ICUs. So it's a little bit emotionally drained job. But at the end of the day, I am happy that I am doing what I love to do.
True, ma'am. So, but ma'am, as you know, like you mentioned that opportunity, like this COVID has been an opportunity for many corporates. So, ma'am, there are a lot of people, including my batchmates, who want a hospital to come around, but there aren't any hospitals. Okay, and including me, I was expecting a hospital to come around and hire me, but it didn't yet. So, what advice will you give for us or for people like us? Like, should we just get a job and start our baseline, or should we wait for a better opportunity?
I won't suggest to wait for a long, because if you wait for a long and then the company will ask you why so much of gap. That's mean you are everyone is rejecting you or like that. So yeah, do try for what you want. Like you, if you want to go for hospital, then even off campus also search for it. If you get it, well and good, and if you don't, then just go whatever the flow is.
Right. So, ma'am,
And
not only,
don't
yeah.
get depressed that I want a job in hospital, but I'm getting it in another sector or another organizations. No, just go with the flow.
So, ma'am, you know, you have mentioned this word, like don't get depressed. Just go with the flow. So, ma'am, can you explain a bit more and stress on this part of yours, this attitude of yours? Actually, I think it has worked for you. So, help us, like if it can for us also.
Yeah, I will share incident. I was never a topper from my school days. I am just a
Okay, I
mediocre,
doubt
and
that,
I'm.
guys. I have known Priyanka, ma'am. She was a topper during her UG days because she has been my senior too. So I doubt that.
I was not a topper, okay? Don't listen to him. I was not a topper. So
Okay.
I was not the topper, and I was more into cultural activities and all. I used to do the dance and all, sports. The whole year I used to do the activities for co-curricular activities. So I just managed to pass in a very good, the decent marks. So when I went for my 12th board exam, so I got supplement in physics in my 12th boards. Okay, so that time I was like broken, because I know I don't deserve that. I really prepared hard, but I don't know what happened, but I got supplement for just 1 mark. So I was very disheartened, and I was like crying every day and night. Then my uncle came to me and he said कि इससे ज्यादा गंदा क्या हो सकता है, कुछ हो सकता है क्या? मैंने बोला अभी तो नहीं हो सकता. Then he said, then what? Just face it and go. रो के वो करके कोई फायदा नहीं है अभी. अब जो हो गया, इससे ज्यादा गंदा कुछ हो नहीं सकता फिलहाल के लिए. तो अगर तुम वर्स्ट अभी फेस कर ही रही है, तो इसके बाद अच्छा ही होने वाला है. So from that point of time, I got this attitude कि just go with the flow, and I'm happy whatever comes. Even the tough times, yeah, it's make you strong.
Right.
The tough time makes you strong. So
and those are temporary. Those are not permanent, I guess.
Yeah, no, those are temporary. If you face it and do hard work, yeah, it will soon pass away.
Right, ma'am. One final question, and before we get to the fun part, so one final question: do we need a plan B? Like, okay, my plan B is podcasting in case I don't get a job. Jokes apart, do we need a plan B for all the aspirants, MBA aspirants in the field of HHM or MPH or MHA? So, do we need a plan B in these tough times, or should we be focused?
It's better to have a plan B, I guess.
Right. Okay.
It's not harmful. If you don't have, no worries. But if you have a plan B, it's all good. I don't think it's bad to have a plan B.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind. So, ma'am, one final thing is because it has been a really gravy one. It has got very serious. So, before we end this podcast, so you have joined this corporate, or you have joined a hospital in 2018 or 19? 19. So it has been almost 2 years now, I guess. So, ma'am, 5 pieces of advice for people who are going to get into the corporate or hospital sector. Just 5 key advices that you can give us before we end this podcast.
Go with a smile, even after you are drained. Just whatever happens in the hospital or your office, just keep it aside there only. Don't mix the personal and professional life at all. Yeah. Second, be friendly with everyone, but don't expect anyone to be your good friend in our office. Yeah. And third, I would say do all the work, do hard work, but never do extra. Do how much they're paying, just do it that much only, because doing every time, giving extra effort, and if you're not getting appreciations about that, you will get frustrated at some point. So yeah, do your job, but don't do it like all the time, and we are giving all my effort, all my 100% all the time, and you are not getting that appreciation from your organization. It hurts. So ये दिमाग में रख के ही जाना. Fourth, और क्या?
Ma'am, we need to have this attitude of yours really soon, like this cool-headed and, let's be in the moment kind of that attitude. I think let's make it 4.
Because you can't, I go to a ICU. My office is ICU. You can't really, my office is ICU. I go to a ICU. I have 5 ICU under me. I went to the ICU. I sat there whole time. Patients are lying around me. I can't, I just go and switch off my emotions. Many of the time I just switch off my emotions. I do my job. And when I step back to my home, then I switch it off on for my family. You have to do that.
I
and
think,
if you're going for a health,
yeah, please continue, ma'am.
Because in the first couple of weeks, I was very depressed and like sad after seeing so much of pain all the time. That's so severe conditions of all patients. Small, even I have a pediatric ICU. There also the small 1 month, 2 month babies are there lying very sick. All the lines and pipes are going through their bodies. So I became very depressed at the point. That time my father said, it's your job, you have to do it. And you have to switch off your emotions that time. So yeah, right now I do that. I switch off my emotions. Many a time I do cry. In 2 years, I guess I have cried 5 or 6 times after seeing situations. But otherwise, I make sure that I really switch off my emotions and I do my part, and I just come back to my home.
So basically maintaining the work-life balance is the most important part, right?
Yeah, totally.
So, ma'am, on this note, we'd like to end this podcast and thank you for all the insights that you have given. I think that will work for us and everyone listening to this. Okay, so with your permission,
yeah,
But ma'am, seriously, before we end this, I had so much fun asking you this question. How, like you kept on telling that you should not be affected. There is a corporate life and there is a personal life, and there is nothing in between. It's black and white, right? So you have been doing it for 2 years. So is it working fine for you, or were those instances where you had to mix both of them, and that was traumatizing?
Well, sometimes I get too traumatized because I'm in a hospital business and my phone goes 24 hours. Even I used to switch off my office phone, then they used to call me on my personal one and asking me about everything, bed, any issue. And then on first I was receiving all the calls. Then I have decided, no, I won't. Now I don't receive that much of calls nowadays, unless and until it is very important. If they text me or something, then I revert back. Otherwise, I don't. Because there are also people who are in night. No, they will manage. If I do all the time 24 hours, then there is no life for me. So I just switch off my phone. Your voice is not coming. Mute करके रखा है.
I really need to get hold of this, ma'am. This whole technical thing. I'm pretending I'm tech savvy. I'm not. So here is the proof of it. But yes, everyone listening to this podcast, you need to listen to ma'am, like what Priyanka ma'am have said, that it's good to have a job and the excitement of it, but we should not forget that we are getting this job to make a better life, not to make a better job. Our life and our job are two separate entities, and we need to be very peculiar about not to mix anything in between. So on this
And the
note, yeah,
fifth one you are asking now.
please.
Don't go for the office gossips.
That
And
was your
don't be a
fifth
part
one.
of it.
That was your fifth one.
Don't be a part of it. I must tell you, no one is your truly friend. So don't be a part of any gossip.
Right.
If people around you, your colleagues are doing any gossip, just listen to it. Don't be a part of it.
Guys, make sure that when you're inside your job or inside your office, ma'am, remember we used to make our friends sign those books, or where they used to write my favorite hobby and everything. Like, remember we should do that. So guys, do not do that with your office people. Forget about it. Just do it with your college mates. That's the lesson, moral of the story, right? Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. I guess I hope to meet you soon again. Yeah, and in better states, of course. So I'm going to switch it off now, and I'll hope to see you very, very, very soon. And I pray for Assam and I pray for the entire India. Guys, you need to understand that things are really bad, and you are talking to a healthcare frontline worker, and her suggestion is to stay safe, get vaccinated, and maintain social distance. I think we do not need any more proof.
Right.
Yeah. So with your permission, ma'am, I'm ending this podcast.
All
Thank
the
you.
best for everyone. I just want to say all the best and do well.
Yeah, please do well, guys, and perform less so that I can get a job soon. So yeah. But thank you, ma'am.
You will get, I know.
Ma'am, say it a bit more louder now. People will understand.
You will get a good one, I know.
That's very sweet of you, ma'am. Very sweet of you, ma'am. So, ma'am, I'll on this note, I'll take your leave and thank you. And the name of this show is the MBA show with Dr. Arindam Vallabh. So I hope we have more such segments like that if people do not criticize. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you, ma'am. I'll take your leave now. Bye.
Thank you.